The government of India has recently taken a decision, and that is a policy decision, to have a new tax system, that is goods and service tax in India, popularly known as GST. Today we have with us Mr. Vinod Raina, who is a consultant in Nagar Consulting. Namaskar, Rana Sahab, so much. And people are a bit confused, more particularly the business horses. What is the GST, how to deal with that, since it's a new thing, that is a new policy decision that has been taken. So I would like to know, and people would like to know from you, since you're an expert on the subject, what is GST?
GST is goods and service tax.
Okay.
Earlier there were a lot of taxes in India. There was excise, service tax, then VAT, octroi. There are a lot of taxes. The government has consolidated all those taxes into single tax.
Oh.
That is goods and service tax.
Yeah.
There is only one exemption to that. That is only custom. Custom has been excluded from that.
Okay.
So now in India there will be one direct tax, that will be income tax, and one goods and service tax.
Okay.
So all those departments of service tax, excise, that will be clubbed into one goods and service tax. This is a radical change the government has made. It consolidated all the taxes in one place.
Since it has become one.
Yes.
How this is different from the previous service tax, excise and custom?
There are various advantages to GST.
Okay.
One is that there is reduction of applicability of multiple taxes.
Okay.
Then there is cascading effect has been reduced.
Okay. Good.
And more transparency is now available.
Okay.
If we go now but there are some complications also. Earlier, if we see the service tax, there was one central service tax. There was only one registration required. Now, but in case of GST, if you have different branches in different states, then you get that input credit. You have to get registration for every state.
Okay.
And for that you have to maintain different accounts of every state. So if you have, suppose if you have operation in 5 states, you are in Bihar, you are in Delhi, you are in Punjab. Earlier in the service tax you would have one service tax number and you will do all the accounting under that service tax number. Now you have to do, you have to get registration for Bihar, Punjab, Delhi separately. You have to maintain separate books for each state.
What about filing the returns?
Returns, now in case of returns for this service tax is applicable, this GST is applicable from 1st July.
Okay.
The government has given some benefit for the transition period. So for the invoicing of from 1st July to 31st July, you have to upload all those invoices in GST1 on the portal.
Okay.
On the portal up to 10th, of the 10th of August.
Okay.
From 10th August for the 2 days, all those returns will reflect on the system. System of GST portal, which is that's called GST portal.
Okay.
You will have your login ID. Then you can verify those invoices. All the invoices you will verify. If there is any change, also all your customers, your suppliers, all will be filing these returns up to 10th. Then you have to match those returns, those invoices, your invoices with the invoices of your client. If there is any correction, then you will make that correction. And service tax this GST has to be paid by 20th.
See, on this very topic, the decoding the GST, British Lingua and Institute of English Communication Skills is going to organize a seminar in Patna. Okay, on the very topic. So large number of the businessmen are going to come there. So what message would you like to give to them?
I would like to say that GST, it is a buzzword today.
Okay.
It is just that everyone is afraid of GST, but in the long run it will be very beneficial. What you are doing, you are putting all your accounting on the government portal.
Okay.
If I say correctly, earlier you are doing your accounting on your laptops, on your system.
Oh.
Now you are putting everything on the government portal. every invoice, everything you have to put on the portal.
All data will be saved there.
All data will be available with the government.
Okay.
So all have to be careful. Every entry has to be checked. If you are taking any credit from the input credit, you have to check that your customer has filed that bill, has filed that invoice, has put the invoice on the GST portal. So it will be, in the long run, it will be beneficial. So there will be less pressure from the departments that there were 3 or 4 to 5 departments there after the businessman, but it will be only one department.
Oh, I see. But actually many people say that the businessmen are usually scared with GST. So what could be the reason behind people being scared?
It is just because for every new thing, people get afraid. But in the long run, it will be very beneficial. There is nothing to afraid.
As a consultant, you are saying that in the long run, the GST will benefit the
it will benefit the business houses as well as the government, as well as there will be very hassle-free life for the businessman in the long run.
Thank you so much, sir. We are talking to Mr. Vinod Raina. He is a consultant with Navarese Consulting in Delhi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.